Good morning. So today we have something a bit different. A hotel programmer for the key cards, But it's not computer related, but it's something that is right along the same vein as what I do in these videos, which is micro component repair. So basically, you can kind of see right there. That's where this used to live, this USB. And it was in there like that, and it broke off. Somebody probably put it in backwards, upside down, and it snapped it off, and they pulled it out. So the problem we have is that it can't just be put back on, because if you look, the pins are completely gone. If I put it against this, you can see there's nothing sticking down. So taking this apart, let me get this completely unplugged. Yeah, it looks like this is, yeah, okay. So this right here has a ribbon cable that should just come out this way. You got to get these things apart, otherwise they are impossible to work with. There we go. All right, so this is the top side where everything comes through, and you can see that there's little pins sticking up that used to be attached to this. Okay, so let me get this board out and we'll take a better look. One thing I just found out pulling this apart, the board wants to come out on this side, but on this side it won't. It's got two connectors, which are actually the negative and positive for the battery, and they go through the top. This part here is just in series, and this part here too just goes like this, So the only two going through are here and here. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply a soldering iron to this and this to get it out, and I'll see if I can do that real quick. Then I'll clean it up and actually put the solder, resolder that, because it'd be a lot easier than trying to pull it out of this, because once these are snapped together in the factory, they're just kind of permanent. So let's see what we can do here. All right, there's the one. Good deal. And then, see if I can do this where you can see it a little better. Here's the second one. We'll get that to solidify, or melt, sorry. Before it solidifies, we'll pull it apart. There we go. Then of course we'll clean that out and resolder these when we're done. But we have to get to this bottom of this board before we can do that. Okay, so there we go. There's the two right there. They go through here. Okay. So let me move over to microscope. Get that over here. All right. Okay, so here's the one connector. That's actually where the battery was, and I might as well clean this out because I'm going to be doing more in a minute anyway. All right, so we're going to use this solder wick. I'm going to clean it off, or cut it off so I can get a clean wick. There we go. All right, so here we go. All right, there we go. Now, with no delay, we'll move over to this USB. There it is. So the USB, it has 4 connections that broke off, as you can see. And then we've got the 2 ground, one there and one there, that also are anchor points. So we're going to try to, let's see. Yeah, in this particular case, I actually can hit it with the heat. I don't think I want to use heat on this. It's so small. I think I'm going to use the soldering iron itself to push these through. So let's do that. Let's do that instead. All right. The reason I want to do it this way is because this is probably $1,000 programmer, and I don't want to get in a situation where that connector gets damaged. So there we go. So let's see what happens if we hit it with this. Let's try to get this solder wick out first of these holes. We need the better solder iron for this one. Sometimes you have to have 3 or 4 different items for the same job, and it's kind of a pain, but right tool for the right job. There we go. It's like magic. And then we'll clean this up too before we put the new one in. Let's go to this side and see what it looks like on this side. Here's that one that didn't want to come out. So I think now what we can do is kind of push it through with the tweezers, maybe. There we go. All right. Once we get this all cleaned up, it'll be much, much better. Promise. All right. All right. Last little bit of cleanup on this side. Yeah, everything looks good now. Okay, so now we'll try to get some of that out of there. Once we clean this up with alcohol, it'll look brand new. You got to take your time and be patient. Sometimes these things take way longer than you'd expect. Okay, that was the culprit. And now a little bit of alcohol and a toothbrush, and you'll see it makes a world of difference. The reason I took my time on that was because this is commercial equipment. You don't want to do it halfway. There's that one side done. And then there it is. There's the other side. You'll see what a difference alcohol will make, so to speak. All right. Okay. Now we do have some of the solder mask gone, or the we do have some board damage here, but that's not going to be a real big deal, I don't believe. So I'm not really going to worry too much about it. And it seems to be on the top, you can see a little bit of damage there, but on the bottom it's in great shape. Well, as soon as I find it, there we go. It's going to work out just fine on this side. Okay. Okay, now we come to the part where we remove the donor. It's almost an exact match. The way it looks that way, this way, where the pins are, it looks pretty much like a match. So the way to do this is going to be quite easily done with the heat on the top. And then what we can do is just let it virtually fall out. So got you can see what it's 480 degrees. Got that in there. It's right here. What I'm doing is melting it from this side so as to not melt the plastic and the connector itself. Just have to heat it up a little bit, and then eventually it will literally fall right out the bottom side. Okay, that took a little longer than expected, but now you can see the difference on the bottom and from the side. See that? All right. Let that cool off for just a moment. I'll show you up here actually. Got it pushed through there. And this one here is holding a little bit, so I'm just gonna, yeah, the bottom's fine. It's this one that's acting just a little weird. Probably a little extra solder on it. So, in this case, in this particular case, I think I'm going to hit it with a soldering iron to allow it to melt whatever solder's there holding it. And I'll push it through there. Just about. Gets hot real quick. Push it with the tweezers, I think. See if we can get it a little better. All right. That's just about got it then. Okay, and we've got those sticking through. So now it's pretty much a done deal. We just solder it and we should be done. Okay? We'll just do that under the microscope. Nice. Okay. That's a little misleading, like it's not there, but it's at a weird angle. And that one, of course, that's my fingernail. Wow. That one, of course, I think I might try to give it a little bit of solder to maybe if I can straighten it up just a little bit, because it's kind of sticking out the side. There we go. All right. Perfect. Okay, see what I just did? I bent it over like it was before, which makes sense. All right. So a little flux to keep the solder flowing. And we'll be good to go. I'm going to use small solder for this since it's a tiny little job. I'll probably put more there in a second. Going to get these soldered in. All right, that's got it. This is now a finished, repaired, working item. So I'm going to clean it up before putting it back together, just because it looks a lot better if it's clean. There you go. See, you can't really tell the difference between that and factory. This side looks good. Yeah. There we go. Just like brand new. And lastly, of course, we're going to have to resolder this. Just put them right through there like that. See how that works. There we go. Throw a little solder on these and we're done. Not even sure that they were using batteries, but it doesn't hurt to have them the option. There you go. Give it a little bit of a clean as well. Yeah. By the way, I'm just using a regular toothbrush and alcohol. There you go. Looks good. And that's how it will fit once it's back together. So we will put this back on here like so. There we go. That's back on there. This should just snap into place. Strange. Very odd. Okay. I think there's something that used to be here that's missing because it's got that kind of that hole there. then we have 2 screws, one here, one here. That one seemed to be stripped. This thing's been beat up for sure. Okay, that's how we do it, guys. Sorry about the meandering video here, but if you would like to subscribe, I'll do more stuff like this down the road. And have a great day.